Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you this afternoon for the next Tuesday album review for Yellowcard, Where We Stand, the season 6, episode 14 episode. Sorry for the lengthy delay for this episode. I was supposed to do it last night, but I got super tired after being on Zach D's stream, Zach D production stream last night, so definitely go check that out. So pretty much, I'm going to discuss what I listened to for all 10 tracks for this almost 35-minute record, 34 minutes and 41 seconds or so for this record, and let you know my thoughts on Yellowcard's Where We Stand album. So let's dive into this album review. Now, it starts with Lesson Learned, and it was off the Midget Tossing record, which weird title, honestly. But I think this is the more re-updated version to it, and it sounds pretty good from what I heard from the lead singer. Pretty much Ryan Key doesn't come into like this later in this album, or the third studio album in their discography. But I think with the lead singer singing in the first two albums, it's pretty strong. And still, I'd give this a 5 out of 5 for the first track. It's a pretty good one. The harmonizing and just the punk sound for this track is really amazing. The punk rock sound, basically. Time Will Tell is another great track that I enjoyed. I'd give this a 5 out of 5 too. It's pretty strong for how it sounds, and execution-wise, did pretty well for the runtime it went for. Like 3 minutes and 58 seconds of the time was an enjoyable listen for sure. So 5 out of 5. Sue was off the Midget Tossing record, but this is the more updated version, the new remastered version to it, and it sounds pretty good for sure. So I'd give this a 5 out of 5 too. April 20th is a odd song. I don't know if I like the backing vocals in this track. It was iffy, but execution-wise, I think the track worked for what it was going for in its own way. So I'd give this a 4.75 out of 5. It's pretty good in its own way. I do have some critiques with the backing vocalist singing in this one, so it's fine. Uphill Both Ways was a remastered version from the Midget Tossing record, but on this version of the record. So I think it's a 4.75 out of 5. Still a strong track in its own way. Do have a few critiques with this song, despite the lead vocalist sounding really good in this track with the punk rock style they're going for. So 4.75 out of 5. Then comes Kids. This is a strong track for sure. I really enjoyed this one. The guitar work and drum work is outstanding, and just the vocals in this are pretty strong for this track, so this is a strong 5 out of 5. Then you get Doesn't Matter, another strong track for sure that I enjoyed. I think the lead singer's vocals in this, the previous singer before Ryan Key stepped in and sung through the rest of their discography, I think this is a strong 5 out of 5 for Doesn't Matter. It's pretty good, it's pretty heavy, and it sounds pretty strong for the punk rock style they're going for. Sorry, Try Again was a very short track, but very effective too, for 1 minute and 44 seconds. So, really enjoyed this one, another 5 out of 5. Anywhere But Here is the second to last track before you get to the closing track, which is the longest track. I'd give this a 5 out of 5 for Anywhere But Here. Another outstanding track. The lead singer's vocals sound amazing in this one, and just execution-wise, the drum work and guitar work is pretty amazing, and really dug this track for sure. 5 out of 5 for that one. On the Brink is the closing track, which is almost a 7.5 minute song. I mean, the noise effects in this track are hit or miss, but execution wise, I think for the first 3 minutes or so, it did pretty well. And I think with what it was going for this track, I think, uh, like I said, the noise effects in certain moments in the track, like close to the end of the track, are a little hit or miss. But like I said, execution wise, this track still did pretty good. So another 5 out of 5 for the closing track. Overall, production, mixing, and execution wise, I found myself really enjoying this Yellowcard Where We Stand, their second studio album. It's a pretty rockin' album. Um, Definitely enjoyed it. I think with what the lead singer was singing through with this track and just the backing vocal is sounding good in some areas, but had some critique moments with his vocals from time to time. But I think execution wise, this record pulled it off for their second studio album, the 1999 record. And if I were to give this record a deserved score, I'd give it a strong 9.5 out of 10. Pretty strong record, worth checking out for sure in their discography. The only place I found it to listen to was Spotify, but other than that, I think this was a strong record for what it went for, and um, I think Yellowcard pulled it off with this one, and I can't wait to listen to more of their discography for sure. Come next Tuesday album review season. So 9.5 out of 10 for Yellowcard Where We Stand, the second studio album in their discography. I hope you enjoyed this Tuesday album review for Season 6, Episode 14, and thank you guys for watching.